It may not be what you think. Stick around. We're going to talk about this new rifle. Hi, George here, and welcome to Tales from Target Suite, where I'll share my perspective on guns and shooting, and we'll spend some time at the range, and every now and then we'll reconvene out in my shop back in Houston, or here at the farm in Louisiana, where I'll build some fun projects, and we'll share an adventure or two that'll make even a grown man smile. And you're probably wondering about these gloves that I've got on. Well, I'm going to tell you, this is kind of a tribute to Lucas McCain. And if you watched any of him as the rifleman on TV back in the 50s and 60s, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Of course, the rifle that I've got here is a brand new, to me, Winchester 1892. And what a sweet little rifle it is. It looks an awful lot like my Winchester 1886. But this is a Winchester model 1892, and it was made in 1996. I bought it, it was never fired, and it is one sweet rifle. And it looks, like I said, it looks just like my 1886, but this one is in .44 Magnum. And I'll do a comparison video someday. I'll show both of them side by side and show you how much different they are. And another new thing that I've got today is I've got a new camera. I finally replaced my old DSLR and my cell phone as my primary camera. And so a lot of times you may find me not looking at the lens right here, but looking over here at the flip out screen. And so it's going to take me a little while to get used to that. But we'll still use the cell phone camera for some B-roll and other takes. But first thing I want to do right now, you've seen this guy shoot a little bit. I've got, if you'll remember from my 1894 videos, I had a hard time getting loads that would work in that rifle. And so I'm going to take some of those same loads and we're going to step over to the chronograph. We're going to chronograph a few loads. We'll just jot those numbers down and see how they perform here in the 1892. And then I might shoot some paper targets and just see if they'll group a little bit better than they did in the 1894. But anyway, I hope you'll stick around. It's going to be a fairly short video, but anyway, stick around and and let's see if we can't have some fun. Now, the first thing we're going to chronograph is going to be some hand loads that I did. These are 240 grain soft point bullets from Speer. And I used W296 powder, and of course they're Magnum primers, and these are near maximum load. So let's shoot 3 across the chronograph and see what kind of velocities we get. $17.15. 1771. 1772. Okay, these are some 240 grain hard cast bullets from Missouri Bullet Company. They're coated, they're high-tech coated bullets. And these are loaded in front of some A2400 powder. Kind of a moderate load. Let's see what the velocities look like on this. $17.44. $17.53. Got an error on that one. $17.92. Okay, now we're going to try some factory loads. These are from MagTech, 240 grain. $14.94. $15.93. $15.84. And I think it's time to take off the Lucas McCain gloves. These are hot. Well, these were the 3 bullets that I wanted to shoot today. I wanted to shoot the 260 grain hard cast bullet from Montana Bullet Works, the 240 grain jacketed soft point, that's a spear bullet, and the 240 grain hard cast bullet from Missouri Bullet Company. But it turns out that my favorite, the one I was really looking forward to, this bullet here, the 260 grain hard cast bullet from Montana Bullet Works, would not feed in the rifle. So we're going to have to pull these bullets, reseat them deeper, and then see if we can't get them to chamber in the 1892. So right now we're going to shoot a couple of groups with the jacketed soft point 240 grain bullets from Spear and the Missouri Bullet Company 240 grain hard cast. First ones we're going to load are the 240 grain jacketed soft point. Great all around bullet. These are very inexpensive for jacketed bullets. These bullets from Spear, and so that's why I originally bought these. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I have a hard time with aging eyes with standard open sights, and so I'm looking forward to getting an aperture sight of some kind here on this rifle. And Skinner doesn't make one for the 1892, not a bolt mount sight for the 1892, and they just haven't developed one yet. And so we'll see. I'm not sure what direction I'll go with a bolt mount sight, or with a sight for our aperture sight for the 1892. But the Ranger Point sight won't work because this is not a flat top bolt, and we'll just have to see what's out there. But we're not going to get the best groups today because I don't have the aperture sight on here, but we're going to have some fun shooting, and hopefully we'll be able to tell something. But let me go pull that target. I'll set up the other one, and we'll shoot the Missouri Bullet Company 240 grain hard cast bullets, the ones that look like lipstick for a pig. Okay, well that's kind of about what I expected, but at least the left to right dispersion, because what's really hard for me to get with that sight picture is this here. And so the left to right is pretty good, so I'm fairly satisfied with that, at least at this stage. But obviously I'm really looking forward to the time when we can get an aperture sight on this rifle. And I can promise you'll be a part of that project. So let's load up some lipstick for a pig here. The Missouri Bullet Company 240 grain hard cast high-tech coated bullets. Okay, this is the Missouri Bullet Company group. It's right at 2.5 inches at 50 yards. That's pretty decent for my eyes with those open sights, and so I'm going to reshoot the jacketed soft point bullets. And what I've done is I've actually added a light right here that's going to shine down on my front sight, and I think that's going to help me get a better sight picture. And let's see if it makes a difference. Or well, we'll just see. But anyway, I'm going to reshoot the group with 5 shots of the 240 grain jacketed soft point spear bullets. Okay, well that was that was way better. That group is right at 2 3/8 inches, and so having the light, which I put overhead to look down on the front sight, sure made it easier to see. And so for you guys that might have eyes like mine, if you've got a place where you can add some additional light to your sights, it really does make a difference, especially when that front sight is a brass bead that really blends into the background. And so look forward to finding the right aperture sight for the Winchester Model 1892. And if any of you guys have any thoughts on what's going to fit well on that particular rifle, I'd appreciate you jumping in on the comments and letting me know what you think, because the 1892 is a new platform for me. I've been looking at it in Western since I was a kid, but as far as having actually owned one, and as far as actually owning one, this is my first one, and so it's this learning process for me. So please, if you've got an 1892 with aperture sight of some kind, let me know what you've got and what you think about it, and that might help direct some of the choices that I can make. So right now, that's enough of this kind of academic stuff. Let me put up some reactive targets, and we'll close out this video with some fun stuff. And I'm not going to try to capture a bullet, but I do have some watermelon and water jugs, and we'll just make some. We'll just have some fun. And if we accidentally catch a bullet, I'll show it to you. So let's set up and have some fun. Okay, here's our setup. We've got a small watermelon. We've got a 2.5 gallon jug. We've got 3 1-gallon jugs and another 2.5 gallon jug. Okay, first shot's going to be the soft point, spear soft point hand load, about 1,750 feet per second. Let's see what it does to the watermelon and several water jugs. Ho, ho, ho. We have a bullet. Okay, now we're going to shoot the Missouri Bullet Company 240 grain hard cast bullet with a high-tech coating. Well, we didn't catch that Missouri Bullet Company hardcast bullet, but we did catch the jacketed soft point. And this guy shed some jacket in some of the earlier jugs, and we found it in the 4th water jug. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. It was kind of thrown together at the last minute, and someday I'll explain to you what that was all about. But it's been fun. I'm really looking forward to more content with the 1892, And you know what? My son actually bought an 1892 also, and his is in 45 long Colt. And so we'll be doing some content with that as well. And so you 45 Colt fans have something to look forward to. But in the meantime, I just want to say thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.